What is going on, guys? The move that nobody thought would ever happen happened. After 20 years with the New England Patriots, Tom Brady decided to leave the team that helped him win 6 Super Bowl championships. He's going from the greatest dynasty in NFL history to a Tampa Bay Buccaneers team that has been downright awful since winning the Super Bowl in the 2002 season. Also, I gotta be honest, him wearing this jersey is so weird. It just doesn't look right. I know it takes getting used to and stuff, but it just feels so wrong in so many different ways. I don't like it. I don't think anyone does, but we'll get used to it, so whatever. Most analysts are all over this signing, believing Brady can lead the Bucs to the promised land. There are plenty of reasons to believe that Brady will make a difference in Tampa, but there are also some red flags that suggest his tenure with the Bucs could be a disaster. Let's examine 5 reasons why Brady will succeed in Tampa Bay and 5 reasons why he won't. Number 5, will succeed. Motivation. This is thrown around a lot. The best athletes are motivated to do this and that and blah blah blah, but really, no NFL player pushes themselves more than Tom Brady. Despite the most accomplished career in NFL history, the guy is never satisfied. He just wants to keep winning. Brady will always be thankful for everything Bill Belichick did, we think. But make no mistake, this is personal between the two. The rocky relationship undoubtedly played a role in Brady's decision to leave. And now Brady gets the chance to show his boss of 20 years that he can win without him. The TB12 haters often refer to him as a system quarterback, pointing out that the Patriots went 14-6 without Brady during his tenure in New England. Some like to argue that Belichick was the most important piece of the Pats' 21st century dynasty. Brady won't want to admit it, but deep down, he wants to stick it to Belichick and show everyone that he actually is the main reason for their success. For Brady, nothing would fire him up more by showing the world that Belichick wasn't responsible for him turning into a star. That fuel will fire up Brady. Maybe he'll finally feel like he accomplished everything if he can succeed outside of New England, which would erase the notion that he was a product outside of the Patriot system. Number 5, will fail. The New Orleans Saints. Give the Patriots credit for beating up the AFC East for over 2 decades. But come on, they had the fortunes of playing the Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins, and New York Jets a combined 6 times annually. Those teams were absolute train wrecks for the vast majority of the Brady-Belichick era. The Patriots only failed to win the division twice from 2001 to 2019, in 2002 and 2008. Brady missed practically all of the latter season with an ACL tear. Brady never had to deal with a powerhouse rival in the AFC East. Although the Jets reached 2 AFC title games with Mark Sanchez and Rex Ryan in 2009 and 2010, then they fell apart in the blink of an eye. While Brady, the NFC South isn't as friendly. The New Orleans Saints reside in that division. You know, the team with the all-time passing yards and passing touchdowns leader in Drew Brees. New Orleans will once again be a prime favorite to win the Super Bowl in 2020. They've reached the postseason in 3 straight years. Brees and Sean Payton have made easy work of this Tampa Bay defense over the years, and the Saints have the personnel to neutralize the Bucs offense. At this stage of their careers, Brees is probably better than Brady. New Orleans is better managed, better coached, and simply better in every aspect of the game. A season series sweep at the hands of New Orleans might be all it takes to keep Brady and the Bucs out of the playoffs. It's game on in your division for once, Tom. Number 4, will succeed. Great tight ends. Brady always leaned heavily on his tight ends while in Foxborough. Before Rob Gronkowski, there was Benjamin Watson, who was always a reliable security blanket. 2 of Brady's worst NFL seasons took place in 2013 and 2019. In the former year, Gronkowski was limited to 7 games due to injuries, and Brady's production slipped mightily without him. Gronkowski retired after the 2018 season, and Belichick wasn't able to bring in any impact tight ends whatsoever. Brady's numbers dropped drastically without a game changer at the position. As good as Brady is, the guy needs his tight ends to produce. The good news for Brady is that he'll have not 1 but 2 standout tight ends to work with in Tampa Bay. 2017 first-round pick O.J. Howard hasn't broken out yet, but he showed promise in 2018 after recording 34 receptions for 565 yards and 5 touchdowns. And then there's Cameron Brate, who is simply much better than any tight end not named Gronk that the Patriots have used over the past 5 years. Brate has never posted jaw-dropping numbers, but he has 2 500-yard seasons on his resume, and he's caught 6 or more touchdowns in a season 3 times. Even if Howard or Brate don't turn their games up a notch to Pro Bowl levels, they'll still provide Tom with the support he didn't get from his tight ends in 2019. Bruce Arians doesn't use his tight ends much, but that will all change with Brady. The latter can easily get the ball in their hands with his quick, crisp passes. Number 4 will fail. Bucs defense less than Patriots defense. Brady got more credit than any other player for New England's 6 Super Bowls, but he was always complimented by a steady and reliable top 5 defense. Guys like Richard Seymour, Ty Law, Teddy Bruschi, Rodney Harrison, Lawyer Malloy, Willie McGinnis, Stephon Gilmore, and Devin McCourty were never slouches. This is where New England's defense ranked in scoring defense over their 6 championship seasons. 6th, 1st, 2nd, 8th, 1st, and 7th. It was a top 10 unit practically every year in the Brady-Belichick era. Brady's defense often made those key stops when they needed to in big games. See Malcolm Butler. Brady cannot expect to count on similar support in Tampa Bay. With all due respect to Arians and defensive coordinator Todd Bowles, they don't have Belichick's defensive mind. Nobody else does, and nobody else ever will. In 2019, the Bucs finished 29th in scoring defense, allowing 28.1 points per game. They gave up the 3rd most passing yards, and there just isn't enough talent for this defense to consistently bail out Brady if he has a bad game. Playing in an NFC South that features Breeze, Teddy Bridgewater, and Matt Ryan doesn't help matters. And the Bucs have the Green Bay Packers and Kansas City Chiefs on their 2020 slate as well. Because this Bucs defense isn't the Patriots defense, Brady can expect to play from behind more often, something he isn't accustomed to either. Sure, Brady can play well in Tampa. Any quarterback will put up good numbers under Arians, but he's rarely fielded a grade A defense. And if that doesn't change in 2020, Brady's first year in Tampa will not go as hoped. Number 3 will succeed. The offensive line. The Bucs allowed Jameis Winston to get sacked 47 times in 2019, but a lot of that was due to his habit of holding onto the ball for way too long. Brady has been a wizard at quickly getting the ball out of his hand while under pressure, be it with a short pass or simply a throwaway. Pro Football Focus actually gave Tampa Bay the 7th best offensive line for the 2019 regular season. Ryan Jensen was excellent in pass protection, and the Bucs still have time to beef up their O-line even more. Brady almost always had an elite offensive line in New England. He could expect to have plenty of grade A protection with his new team, and it helps that outside of Cameron Jordan, there aren't any other grade A pass rushers among Brady's NFC South foes. Number 3 will fail. Lack of familiarity. Prior to signing with Tampa Bay, Brady played for one head coach his entire career, Bill Belichick. He also had offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels by his side from 2001 to 2008, and again from 2012 to 2019. And don't forget the always overlooked offensive line coach Dante Scarnecchia, who was so damn good at his job that Belichick had to have him come out of retirement in 2016. Belichick and McDaniels always found ways to build around their Hall of Fame quarterback. But it's all gone now. Brady joins an Arians-led system that couldn't be any more different than the one he saw in New England. He's not familiar whatsoever. He never worked with Arians or offensive coordinator Byron Leftwich. This Tampa team doesn't consist of any notable ex-Patriots either. And is the Arians system the right fit for Brady? While Belichick and McDaniels love the short passes, be it slants to Julian Edelman or checkdowns to the running backs, Arians quarterbacks always take deep shots. Peyton, Big Ben, Luck, Palmer, Winston, all downfield passers. Brady's greatest weakness right now is unquestionably his deep ball. On top of that, the coronavirus outbreak could put a hold on OTAs, training camp, preseason, and other team practices and meetings. This could very well prevent Brady from getting enough time to work with his new coach and familiarize himself with a new system and teammates. Brady better find a way to learn the playbook and adapt quickly. Otherwise, his tenure in Tampa could be quite the disaster. Number 2 will succeed. It's Bruce Arians. They don't call him the quarterback's whisperer for nothing. Arians oversaw the development of Peyton Manning in Indianapolis as the Colts quarterback's coach from 1998 to 2000. He moved on to the Pittsburgh Steelers, working as their wide receivers coach and later the offensive coordinator. He and Ben Roethlisberger won 2 Super Bowls together. Then Arians made a 1-year stop in Indy as their offensive coordinator and interim coach while Chuck Pagano dealt with leukemia. He helped Andrew Luck enjoy one of the greatest rookie seasons ever. Then he went to Arizona and helped Carson Palmer revive his career with the Cardinals, taking the team to the 2015 NFC Championship game. And in his first year with Tampa, Arians saw Jameis Winston pull off the first ever 30-30 season. But on the bright side, Winston led the NFL in passing yards with 5,109. Indeed, he's the quarterback whisperer. Wherever Arians goes, the quarterback produces. Big time. So if Arians can perform well with all these other quarterbacks, who's to think that he'll fail with the GOAT? Sure, Arians is no Belichick, but he's always maximized the talents of his quarterbacks. Even if Brady is entering his age 43 season with a brand new team, Arians should be able to do more with Brady than he did with Winston. It's just how Bruce Arians operates. Number 2 will fail. Lack of ground game support. As lethal as the Patriots passing game was under Brady, Belichick always made sure that he had productive running backs to supplement his MVP quarterback. Just look at at the list of 1,000-yard rushers Brady's had at his disposal: Corey Dillon, Stephen Ridley, LeGarrette Blount, and Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. As for Sony Michel and Dion Lewis, they both just barely missed out on the 1,000-yard club. And of course, guys like Kevin Falk, Shane Vereen, and James White were dangerous in the pass-catching game. It's not going to be the same in Tampa Bay, however. Ronald Jones was Tampa's leading rusher with just 724 yards and 6 touchdowns in 2019. Peyton Barber isn't the biggest impact player as the number 2 back either. Only 8 teams had worse rushing totals than the Bucs. Let's be real here. The ground game isn't Arians' MO, and this isn't just a Brady thing. Any quarterback on the downside of his career needs a productive rushing game. John Elway wouldn't have won back-to-back championships if he didn't have Terrell Davis. And Peyton Manning needed CJ Anderson to be the rock of the offense in his swan song 2015 season. Brady's going to have to attempt more passes than he's used to with this lackluster rushing attack. And that's not what you want from your 43-year-old quarterback. Number 1 will succeed: the receivers. At the end of the day, who cares about the concerns? Brady will be complemented by perhaps the NFL's best wide receiver duo in the league. Even if he's on the decline, how can you possibly fail with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin? Evans, arguably a top 5 wideout in the league, has hit 1,000 yards in each of his first 6 NFL seasons. This was with guys like Josh McCown, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and Jameis Winston throwing him the ball. Now he has the GOAT at his side. Just go ahead and pencil Evans in for the usual 70+ receptions and over 1,000 yards. Brady will also enjoy the luxury of Chris Godwin, who had a breakout 2019 season with 86 catches for 1,333 yards and 9 touchdowns. Again, that was with Winston as his QB. Now he's got Brady. That's pretty dope. Don't worry about his age or arm or the system, or whatever else they want to tell you. Evans and Godwin will get Brady the best set of weapons he's had since the Randy Moss, Wes Welker days. And when he had those two, Brady put up record-breaking MVP-like numbers. So Brady enjoyed the league's top receiving duo. Number 1 won't succeed: his age and gradual decline. At the end of the day, Father Time is undefeated, and Tom Brady has been on a gradual decline over the past 3 years. Blame the poor supporting cast he had in 2019 if you must, but his completion percentage, yards per completion, and passing yards per game numbers have gone down every year since 2016. His quarterback rating has continuously declined too. Notice that near the end of the 2018 season, Belichick made Brady more of a game manager while relying on his rushing game and defense to carry the way. It netted a 6th Super Bowl, but Brady and the offense weren't so heroic in 2019. The magic finally wore out. If Brady is going to endure a 4-year decline with the best head coach of all time, a stout O-line, strong rushing game, and guys like Edelman and Gronk to help him out, why should we expect a 43-year-old to turn back the clock now? Let us know when you find an athlete, especially an NFL quarterback, who declined for a few years before breaking out once again at the age of 43. Father Time is slowly caught up to Tom, and history tells us that he'll only continue to show his age in Tampa Bay. How do you think Tom Brady will perform with his new team? Join me in the comment section below. Make sure to follow myself and TPS on social media. We post great content all the time: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. We're on everything. Go find us. If you like this video, give it a like. It takes 1 click down below. And if you want to subscribe because we post videos every day. Every day's a new video. And if you think Tom Brady in a Tampa Bay uniform is weird, like and subscribe, because I do too. It's really weird. Of course, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jason Biondo. I'll see you next time.